Fala aí, galera, Night Wolf aí, mais uma vez com vocês e voltamos aqui com Divinity Original Sin 1. Vamos ver então o que vai acontecer aqui. Mãe da história, autora de tudo que já existiu.
Indeed, Sir Imp, as surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
Astounding! Unbelievable! I have so many questions for you, so much to ask, so much to say.
You have brought guests, I see. Strange.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But why? Surely you must know.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane?
Se você é mesmo a tecedeira do tempo, imaginamos que já saiba a resposta dessa pergunta. Foi uma pedra estranha que nos tirou de onde estávamos, em Rivelon, e nos trouxe a esse plano.
A stone. So, it was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here, and it infused you with new life as well. Is that so? Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique in all my work. Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. To weave something I had not seen, had not expected. Life does not simply spring into existence, you see. But yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone. I now know it to be called.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and could ever be into your tapestry?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but their likenesses appeared not upon my tapestry until they revived the stone.
LOL.
Source hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how I cannot say, but I do believe that finding more stones will reveal to me who you yourselves truly are.
O que é essa pedra estelar exatamente? De onde ela vem?
Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part of a greater secret. A secret lost, even. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tapestry of time?
Mysteries of all time. Gaps in history. Oh, how they've tormented me for eons.
It would appear that Starstone
Transforma ao ser tocada.
granting me new thread by which to mend the tapestry. Thus, it restores time itself.
I see. What the void would shrink, Starstone restores.
Yes. Though I cannot explain why this Starstone is the antidote to the void's ravishment of our realm. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all.
Se essas pedras podem curar a história, precisamos procurá-las. Somos caçadores de essência de Rivelon. Temos uma missão que não envolve encontrar pedras mágicas.
Indeed you must, though I may not yet understand why. It seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone. Yet we are not the only entities who know these stones to be so much more than pretty gems.
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more by the day. Now I understand. They'd keep the stones from our reach. They'd prevent the mending of time.
Nos impedem de consertar o tempo.
Without these stones,
Sem essas pedras, não há Rivelon.
no Rivelon. The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this
Caramba.
throne will fall victim to the void's insatiable hunger.
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First we mend the tapestry, then we stop the void. Please, our most mysterious guest, are you ready? Are you willing? Will you hunt out the stones? Will you help us restore what has been lost?
Not but a moment ago we were hunting source in Rivellon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent
louco,
the end
né?
of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it?
Interprete o Zigzags e a tecedeira disseram como quiser. Eu preciso de mais provas antes de engolir essa história fantástica. Não podemos negar nossa reação à Pedra Estelar. É Estelar ou Estrelar? Deve haver alguma coisa em tudo isso, por mais maluco que possa ser. Esse aqui.
Say what Zigzags and the Weaver will. I need more evidence before I'll buy into this wild tale.
Bem, se o que a tecedeira diz é verdade, temos um trabalho e tanto pela frente. Esse aqui.
No matter how improbable, anything is possible. If the Weaver tells the truth, we have some serious work ahead of us.
Pragmático e romântico. Isso aqui.
The last test, the last test, the last
Hã?
test. If you believe yourself worthy of rifling through my ample treasures, I do dare you to prove it. Find my 4 sisters, no more than one in each of the realms of your wide world, and each by each, you'll discover how to open me.
Então, se a gente encontrar os 4 baús, que é parecido com esse aqui, a gente consegue abrir esse último. Parece que é isso, né? E agora? E agora?
The glint in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest to me that you've not given up on our dear old river.
Ainda não.
Not just yet. No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in no time. We'll find out just who you are and how exactly to send the void back to wherever it came from. But you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes your search will yield? And who knows what the Weaver might discover about you? Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time. Just, you know, don't go sharing it around. Never know who we can trust these days. Off you go then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time. Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return
Alguém?
to Rivellon,
Meu
there
agente?
will be someone waiting for you. My
Ok.
agent, my eyes and ears upon your world. I hope he'll be able to help you as
A
much
narração
as he
desse
can.
personagem aqui é muito boa, mano.
Time, I
Espetacular.
need only remind you, is of the essence.
Ué, mas... Ah, tá. Aqui, ó.
Question has me stumped, milady. Why are there 2 of us? 2 beings that record all of history.
Eu posso falar com ela
How
ainda?
welcome you are upon this realm. In the ethereal threads of eternity, do I record the deeds of gods
Espectrais?
and men, of beasts and spectral apparitions, the drift of continents through changing seas, the rise and fall of empires, the shift of every grain of sand on
Ô, louco.
every beach,
Grandioso, né?
fall of every raindrop
Ah
on
lá.
every world, the all but imperceptible touch of lovers' hands. This and all I chronicle without fault.
Espetacular.
Except, it seems, you.
Bem, então a gente pode clicar aqui, vai acontecer alguma coisa no futuro também, né? Com certeza. Olha isso aqui, ó. Aqui, aqui. Então... Portão Norte?
I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the
ele.
chasms of space. Nice to have found. I know the imp
Aí,
historian
ó.
has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzags, let us turn to the business at hand. Starstone. And I'll be delighted to give it. Dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my firm belief starstones are the flies the sorcerer's spiders are trying to catch. It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. His foul murder and the plight of dying time must somehow be interconnected. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone along the way.
Como você descobriu que Jake era um colecionador de pedras estelares? Por que é tão bom para nós termos encontrado um refúgio em algum lugar? Você realmente acredita em tudo que Zigzags diz? Tempo vazio, o fim eminente?
While you were being lectured by our friend the historian and the grande dame of time,
Lá.
I snuck into
gato,
his
né?
house and had a look around. The advantage of being a cat, you know. You go where you please with impunity. And sometimes the lady of the house even rewards you with a slice of fresh herring. That's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. They lay there, silent and innocent, though bloody murder may have been committed in their name. Let me phrase it like Zigzags might. A universe without time is like a pen without ink. A pointless instrument stripped of the potential of creation. It is void.
Legal isso aqui, hein? Perfeito.
Death.
Da
It
hora.
is I'll not pretend to have all the answers, or that I understand all that is happening here and out there among the stars, but I do know I'd rather err on the side of caution. If Zigzags worries, I worry. We are talking about a creature, after all, that has reclined among the divines as nonchalantly as you and I lays beside the hearths of home.
Por que é tão bom para nós?
Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our worldly troubles can be held at bay? A bed or a basket so snug it becomes, in a word, safety. But perhaps I speak only for myself, not for veterans such as yourselves that by necessity call any patch of ground they rest upon home. Like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret refuge unbeknownst to anyone. To be able to repose without a care is such a precious circumstance, save it all too seldomly.
Como você se tornou agente dele?
I met him first, a long time ago, out on the wastes of Youthful Gore. He wondered aloud what on earth a cat was doing out there in the scorching desert, then shared what little food and water he had with him. So I told him who I was and showed him my human form. He laughed and marveled and told me stories about his travels. In the end, he even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable thing you saw through his looking lens. I was awed and frightened, but swore to help him in any way I could. As of now, that includes helping the two of you. Oh, before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. A handy toy indeed that Zigzags asked me to give to you. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have misplaced it. Don't worry though. Use this one here and it'll take you straight to
É
its tree.
verdade, né?
Now that this matter has been settled, hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of hunting too. So if you spot a white cat during your travels, do
Digam
stop to say
olá. Ok, por enquanto é isso. Aí, ó, a gente pegou. Ó, conquista, ó. Então vai faltar um, né? É isso? Sim. Aqui... Onde que dá aqui? Ah, é a saída ali, né? Não, aqui não é. Pera aí.
I wouldn't venture too far out of town if I were you. Ahu's invention, the stasis blaster. Quite a sight, no? The ray can singe a zombie or skeleton to ash in a matter of seconds. These days, we Legionnaires hold a lottery to see who gets to man the things. You can bet it's no small amount easier to blast those flesh-eating monstrosities from a distance than to get within striking range. Don't ask me how the blaster works, though. I just make sure the thing's hitting its targets.
Fechou, mano. Eu vim pra cá? Onde que é aqui, cara? Ah, eu tô lá em cima. Eita, moleque. A cidade aqui é grande, hein? A gente vai ter que jogar na cautela. Ah, e aqui é combate, eu acho, tá? Lembrei daqui, mano. Vamos tentar ganhar nível primeiro. Não é, cara?
Oh, how nice it is of you. The very picture of youth. To break the monotony of an elder's day. Wild away on this hardwood bench. Pray, let me be forward with you. O sapling rose, O leaf of spring. For my weary mind is troubled, and would highly prize you would listen to my grievances, guide me towards untroubled realms. Oh, you are truly a wonder, O budding flower of the morn. Yet that which I would tell you is of a rather private nature. So let us escape both the chill and the eye of public scrutiny.
Que?
Hot spiced wine and a snug little room awaits us on the King Crab's first floor. Let us go there so that we can warm our bones, yet make shiver our hearts with a tale of loss and sorrow.
Ok. Tem uma missão com ele, mano. A gente vai ter que encontrar ele lá na taberna. Na taverna, cara. E aqui... Mortuário. Necrotério. Ah, o maluco não tá aqui da missão, será? Silencia o alvo. Excelente, hein? Bem, vai pra lá, né?
Say, no one's around.
Opa.
You wouldn't raise a fuss if I, borrowed one of these fish, would you?
Borrow, indeed. I'll sooner meet a cat wizard than see that merchant repaid.
Come now, I'll be good for it, I swear.
Você tem o hábito de furtar?
I never would have dreamt of resorting to petty theft during better times, but what choice have I got now? If it's steal or starve, I'll choose. So what do you think? Should I snag a fish?
A vendedora tem que me comer também. O quê? Deixa o peixe aí. Todo mundo precisa de uma ajudinha de vez em quando. Leve-o e ninguém mais saberá além de nós.
Everyone needs a hand now and then. Take the fish and none but us will be the wiser.
Pera... Tá.
True enough. Without a bit of...
That's the spirit!
Sir, did you just steal that fish?
No, I paid for it. The merchant just left, but I paid.
You were a witness to this event now? Tell me what...
Esse homem está dizendo a verdade. Ele tem pleno direito sobre o peixe. Isso mesmo. Eu vi pagando a vendedora. Que vai lá chegar?
I can't thank you enough for your discretion.
Well, sorry to have bothered you then, sir.
Caramba, galera. É o L, mano. Isso é muito ruim, cara.
Sorry, but I haven't the time for chatter. These days, a moment's inattention is all a thief needs to snatch my livelihood out from under me. The dead are on the prowl, the council has been murdered, and now source hunters are encouraging petty theft. The few honest amongst us are swimming against
É
the
verdade,
stream.
né, mano?
I'll tell you what.
I feel. Now, that's a sad story. Elegant homes burned for fuel, oaken cupboards emptied, and ladies dragging the drink.
É, a gente vai ter que mudar isso aí, cara.
Nice day for a little stroll.
Here for your daily serving of veggies. Please partake of the
Ah, gracious patron, I see your tired eyes looking a bit teary.
Poção, ô louco. É isso aqui que a gente precisa, hein? Bombardeiro elétrico. Alcance 15 metros. De se mover ou agir. É possível alvejar alguma superfície de nuvem... Não, em nuvens para eletrificá-las. Por enquanto nada, né, cara? Iniciativa inquebrável. Gazoo a gente tem, né? Tem. Tem que eu lembro. Ou não? Tem uma. Então, pera aí. Isso aqui é importante pra gente, mano. É, a gente falou com esse cara aqui, essa mulher. Flecheira. Por enquanto a gente não vai conseguir comprar nada, cara, nada. A gente vai ter que jogar muito primeiro, muito. A granada sagrada curará todos significativamente em um raio de 5 metros. Isso aqui é muito bom pra gente. Taberna, quem é que é esse cara?
A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? The hero, the whole of Sightseal is above.
Ô, louco, mano. Que isso, cara? Que isso? Que alegria.
Scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate.
Ah, é? E qual oportunidade? Qual que é?
Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better. To become the full extent of the promise that is locked inside of each and every one of us.
É claro que gostamos. Como alguém da nossa profissão não gostaria? Exatamente. Vivemos pela aventura.
Quite right. Adventure is what we live for.
See here. You and I share the same passion. I never doubted it for a moment. The thrill of walking the unbeaten path. Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soldier. Now, between you and me, tell me truthfully, don't you sometimes wish you could earn more?
Tá.
Well, I can't say that I haven't.
Yes.
Sim.
Indeed. Indeed, gold is always welcome. And among the fabulous 5, gold flows as freely as water does to the... Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes. Am I right? All those orders. Investigate this, retrieve that, and at the end of the day, what do you have to show for it?
É melhor liderar do que seguir, é verdade. Concordo, é melhor ser servido do que servir. Tá, eu só quero ver onde isso aqui vai dar, mano. Eu só quero ver.
And I could help you attain the dream. And that is exactly why I am here. Why, fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab, so that I could meet you and tell you about the
Conte-nos mais sobre os 5 fabulosos.
the Fabulous Five.
Ah,
How I enjoy simply saying the words
uma
that
guilda.
describe the most illustrious and celebrated adventurers guild in Riverlon. Our mission, to better the world. Our mantra, to better ourselves as we do so. You'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. Of course, if you still have questions,
Tá,
I
o que
shall
vocês
answer
fazem?
them. What a gem of a question.
Sim,
Straight
sim.
as an arrow. Now then, to join the fabulous
Parece aqueles vendedor, né?
to join a fellowship,
De cota.
to join a
Quem já foi parado?
sorority, a community. The title of knight is bestowed upon you the moment you sign our waiver, and so it all begins. I shall be the one to give you your first contracts, and once the job is done, I shall see to it you get your fair share of the... Of course, should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the Fabulous Five, and thereby draw new knights into our fellowship, you will get a share of the reward from their contracts. By now, the genial glow of the fellowship must have warmed your heart. It has, hasn't it? But did I say fellowship? I mean family. For like a family, we support one another. Cheer one another.
Mano, que cara chato. Eu quero só ver o que isso aqui vai dar, mano. Que persuasão. Maluco.
Work hard.
Ah,
Fulfill contracts. Enlist new knights, and swiftly shall you rise through the... Of course, of course, of course. All you need to do is sign this waiver.
This Fabulous Five business sounds too good to be true.
eu concordo. Você tem nos importunado demais, colega.
Agreed. You
Oh, how frightfully disappointing. How illogical and short-sighted.
Ah, seu merda.
To deny the Fabulous Five. It is a crime.
Deixa eu ver isso aqui, cara. Isso aqui foi muito bizarro, mano. Um aventureiro chamado Mendio nos ofereceu para nos juntarmos à guilda dele, os 5 fabulosos. Isso nos pareceu um pouco suspeito, por isso recusamos a oferta. É, eu achei muito suspeito, mano. E aí, galera, sem... Ó, se isso aqui for dar alguma coisa no futuro, por favor, sem spoiler, viu? Um gato... Será que é aquele gato? Eu acho que não.
I
Duque?
suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have. It's very tragic news. I won't posture and say that the Chancellor and I were anything near allies.
Ó.
But I truly never wish the man harm. I am the Duke of Ferrell. Though I suppose my name is in the mouths of enough ruthless gossips
Ok.
that you've heard of me by now. The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's growing more swollen. What have we here? A source hunter, is it? Well, my day just became rather more stimulating. Oh, stand still then, if you don't mind. I want to take a good long
Messias,
look at the
disse
so-called
Zé.
savior of Sicil.
É Saizio.
Tall as an elf, strong as an orc, but your face, quite classical, isn't it? Statuesque, some might say. Yes, smooth and sturdy as marble, yet fine as a chisel's edge. And my word, what passion burns from your eyes. Please forgive my being forward, but I dare say, can it be? You're... That I have. For nearly a lifetime, it seems. Well, I'm sure you must know what I mean. Like existence itself lacked a significant component. Like if you could only fill a certain void.
Será que é o 5? De novo? Eu não acredito, cara.
Together you could uncover new... I believe I have found that component. That body. That spirit within you, Source Hunter. Yes, You must join the fabulous... Already refused to join? But, darling, didn't you... how can we... refused? Oh, a plague on both our houses. For now we may never link our destinies. Away from me now, oh perfect specimen. Torment me no further. But if you happen to meet more able-bodied, agile-minded adventurers, don't hesitate to...
Galera, que porcaria é essa aqui?
An Alistair keyring, maybe. In any case, make it quick. You're not the only fan who wants some of my time. What do you mean, not familiar? You expect me to believe you've never heard of Alistair the Almighty? Why, I'm only the most famous
ele é um mago?
side of the distance. Although, it'd be worth checking the other side too. Justin, and don't forget, I'm the most eminent member of the fabulous five.
Ah, ele também.
Surely you already know we've been voted the most influential adventurers guild by SideQuest Monthly. 3 years running.
Sei não esses merda, hein?
Back, demon! Back or I'll... Well, what's this? Oh, Medora, you lummox. 1,000 pardons, comrade.
Essa velha ursa.
I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order.
Da academia.
From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain Wartruce my regards next time you see him. You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross paths with you Westies all that often, but it's always a pleasure when we do. Medora's the name. Retired, or so the order keeps trying to tell me, but never out of commission. My hand to your cause and my sword at your
Ai,
side.
será que é um... Será?
Heavens hornets! That's quite a story, comrade. And come to think of it, one that might concern you. See, I'm here on, well, let's call it a loan from a town to the north of here. Hunter's
Lâmina
Edge
do
by name.
Caçador.
There's been an attack.
Houve um ataque lá. Orcs.
Orcs. Not your run-of-the-mill savages either.
Certo.
For one, what they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say. But it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their horns
Porrada,
and
então.
and a knee-knocking fear of ever crossing paths with a saucer.
Claro, bora.
I came south seeking the Legion's help. Only to
A
find
ajuda
time
da
to
Legião,
Cizel.
mas descobri que ela
They
está
don't have a spare
confinada
soldier
aqui em
sent northward.
Cizel.
Even in my finest form, I can't clear the place of that
É
many
Cizel,
orcs
né?
without backup.
É isso, Cizel? Eu nunca gravo, mano. Pera aí.
Careful now. Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you tapped my shoulder just now. But perhaps that's where you come in. I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. And the way I see it, you could use reinforcements here in town. I've been scouting Cizel for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the Councillor. With our minds and swords in tandem, we'll make short work of the perpetrator.
Então essa é a sua proposta. Você nos ajuda aqui em Cizel e depois nós te ajudamos a retomar seu vilarejo.
Well, you know the old expression. Two's a tea party, three's an invasion.
Como assim?
I know this place like the back of my hand by now. And the orcs up north will be short work for a trained-up trio of sauce hunters.
É um plano fantástico, com 3 caçadores de essência trabalhando lado a lado. Colocaremos um fim em todo o mal que aflige esta boa nação. Com certeza. Não, com certeza também. Aqui, ó.
Another source hunter on the team will make...
That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the sound of every orc and sword.
Aê! Ela já vem com 2 mãos, então ela vai ser de 2 mãos, excelente. Ó, musculação. Melhora sua jogada de salvamento contra a condição derrubado, queimado, congelado, sangramento. Caramba, tudo? Habilidade Homem de Armas, né? Habilidade com arma. E só. Ok, ótimo. Novak. Quem é você?
How did you know? How curious of you to show interest in a lonesome stranger at the bar. Let me answer by saying that who I am is hardly any of your business. And anyone
Ele
with an
é?
ounce of tact would have known that all. Can I tell you? I suppose I can. And I could. But why would I turn my attention away from this whiskey when Mendius right outside?
Então tá bom, cara. Quem que é esse louco, mano?
Me? You mean you don't recognize me? Well, you must
O mago mais excepcional de toda Rivellon. Que estranho, nunca ouvimos falar de você. Sim, é estranho, mas muito estranho afinal.
It's a strange world we live in, isn't it? A strange and magical world, full of wonders and regionis regentum.
Tá chapadão cara, mano. Ô, chega aqui.
Hearty welcome to the King Crab Inn, and a pleasure to have you. You look like you could use a round or three, so what'll it be? Have a seat. Mind if we keep our voices down over that sensitive subject? Death and dark magic ain't exactly great for business, you know.
Você suspeita de alguém?
Councillor Jake, that poor man. I knew too much about his affairs, you know. Never figured it my business to say anything, but after all that's happened,
A mulher, né?
Esmeralda's longest standing
Amante?
lover has the audacity to remain lodged
O
at
amante
this
mais
very inn, you
antigo.
know. He's called the Duke of Ferrell, a high title for a low man. If you haven't yet asked him about Esmeralda, I'd recommend it.
Boa.
That room where it happened, it was rented to a certain woman, though I regret to say I can't say exactly who. This inn isn't in the business of asking many questions, if you know what I mean. She came heavily cloaked, but paid the full sum in advance. I was used to such transactions after many similar concerning a certain Esmeralda. Figured this were just more at same. I saw one other figure go into the room that night. Someone tall, built broad like a man, but shrouded the same as she. Again, standard practice for Mrs. Councillor and her visitors. I was startled awake by a horrendous hubbub shortly after midnight. I jumped up and grabbed me grandpappy's machete, bleary-eyed
Do meu
and
avô.
blushing fright. By the time I burst into that room, it was horribly silent. There was only Jake on the floor, dead. Whoever done it has escaped through the window. But I saw nary a soul when I looked out. You can bet I hightailed it to the Legion barracks faster than a jackrabbit after that. 3 hopeless sailors.
Aqui, ó.
Truly wish I could help you, but I'm barely
Que
keeping afloat
porcaria.
as it is. Well, between you and me, things have been rather slow since the incident. But with spirits high and liquor flowing like it is tonight, it seems the crab may just come out of that pinch. The name's Ivad. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I've been offering the weary travellers of Sicil drink and rest for nearly 2 decades now, but the king crab's older than that by a long shot. All you see before you is the manifestation of my great-grandpappy Horatius Dungeness's noble vision. Beer and naps for everyone. No.
Ok. Eu posso entrar aqui? Francis. E aí, cara?
Greetings, traveler. And may the immaculate conduit's myriad blessings comfort and cradle you. Tell me,
De qual revelação você está falando?
you mean you haven't heard? Oh, what fortune that I may share the goddess's salvation with one who has, as yet, been lost. Steel yourself, friend, for your mortal spirit could be forever transformed from this moment forth. The conduit, our link to the goddess herself, has
Que é
given us a
esse?
special gift.
Qual?
And by following her instructions and becoming initiated into the one way, we can each of us live on for a span greater than the number of stars that
O que você quer dizer com caminho único?
For this hallowed information, you
Capela
must
Imaculada.
seek the Immaculate Chapel. Go north, friend, through the forest and into the town of Silverglen, where all may be revealed. There, among her followers and friends, dwells the goddess's ecstasy. She came from on high to we mortals and showed us the path to the goddess, where all living souls are naturally inclined. She showed us that injury and malady need not mark the end of life, but that through her methods we could ascend to greater life in service of the goddess.
Fale sobre você.
What's in a name, dear friend?
Para que serve um nome?
For we all begin equal
Todos
in the
somos iguais
conduit's
aos
eyes,
olhos da
and only
canalizadora.
through great deeds may enter into her inner ring.
Tá.
Go on the path to the righteous, my friend. Forget not that the conduit has great plans for you.
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hint.
Ah, aqui é a cena do crime?
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I can't open the...
Do capitão? E cadê ele?
Greetings, greetings. Oh, you are most welcome in my chamber. Customers rarely find me up here, that I am. I have spent more of my
Mercadora
life
ambulante,
traveling alongside
viajando
big
com grandes caravanas,
than I have in any given place in Rivellon.
do que em qualquer lugar
All of
em
this
Rivellon.
earth is my
Toda essa
home,
terra é minha
for a few
casa.
days or even but a few hours at a time,
Ok.
now. You wouldn't believe some of the things I have seen. Oh yes. Oh, but let us not discuss. Let us browse and bargain.
Vamos precisar gravar quem vende o que, né? Ataque veneno. Mano, é muito caro, cara. A gente não vai conseguir comprar nada agora, mano.
The hunters go stalking.
The source hunter.
Bloody undead.
Reader, they'll end it all.
Por que atualizou?
Yes.
Ah, é o cara lá, o velho.
Begone, brittle mask of age. Hear me now. Repeat the words of Brittle Tooth, the child snatcher of Carador. Come, play with me, for I'm hungry. Come, play, play, play. The game, yes. A game of blood and brutality, of death and dexterity. Fun as herring the horror harlequin. But, like the serpentine stalker hisses before the stab, hush now, darkness, darling, hush, hush, and listen to my tale. The elves of Gandavum, they lived in peace, oh yes, but one night, when the moon had hid her face, the orcs of the tribe of Kazuldagar beset our city. They cooked and ate and burned every last one of us. The light of dawn never saw an elf of Gandavum.
Será que isso aqui pode ser a referência de alguma coisa maior? Vamos ver.
Every last one of us.
Exceto eu. O olheiro noturno, que estava longe da cidade.
I was very old back then already, though indeed I whisper of many years hence. But death shall not find me. Oh no, not until every beast of Kazaldagar has been bled. I may be frail, a withered grey, but the wealth of kings is mine. Countless assassins have ministered to the vengeance that is my want, and now is almost over. By Kala, lady of the last gaze, I swear it is
Kala, a senhora do último
only
olhar.
the last one of the Kazaldagar still eludes me. The crowning kill that would seal its fate and mine alike. I have tracked her down by the curse of the spine spear I have. She does not know her ill-shapen son is
Pintem o entardecer de vermelho.
the dusk red.
A gente, né, ó.
Sword of youth. Bloody the day with the bramble sap that runs through the veins of Victoria.
Traga-me o amuleto que se agarra à carne dela.
To her flesh,
Será que é verdade?
to fade, and yours shall be the bounty of vindication. Mine shall be its
Victoria, uma orc.
Yes. Victoria. She is the one whose heart must be held in hand.
A dublação desse jogo aqui, galera, é espetacular, mano. Você consegue entrar na história. É muito louco, mano.
Bulges with blood and its beat slowly break. The orcs of Gazuldagar, they knew my name.
Picada de cascavel da cascavel errante.
They knew my design.
Bebê.
And so they sought to save their last, an infant. She who was to be queen. To no avail. Oh no. Her name is that of a woman, her employment that of a civilized being. But by the fork of Barbara Man-Eater, she is nothing but an orc, a cyst of nature. One of a misbegotten litter dragged into life from the tumid womb of a filthy, coarse-haired beast.
Caramba, que ódio.
Like a dog in the darkness of a stinking hollow.
Ô, louco, mano.
Victoria, librarian, daughter, adopted child of Cecil, Mayor of Sicile. There is bloodlust in you. I can feel it. Let it out. Set it free. Undo the last of the Kazuldagar. By the breasts of Sishara Goatsucker, give me my revenge!
Caramba, mano. Que bizarro, cara. Aqui, ó. Porque ela pertencia à tribo orc que assassinou a família dele. Ele quer que lhe tragamos o amuleto dela como prova para acrescentar a já impressionante coleção. Interessante, hein? Não é? Que loucura. Não pegue o toque. Tá. Ah, mas ninguém viu, cara. E aí? Não é? Ah, é. Lente de identificação, né? Ah, e tem isso também, né? Ponto de conhecimento. Mano. Vai ser treta upar isso aqui, viu? Bem. A gente não tem permissão aqui ainda, né? Tudo bem. Não, e esse bagulho da guilda aqui, hein, pessoal? Que loucura é essa aqui, cara? Que loucura é essa aí? Prefeitura... Ah, é aqui. Pessoal, mas é o seguinte, vou encerrar o vídeo por aqui. Essa aqui foi a terceira gameplay dessa série. Espero que vocês estejam curtindo. Comentários aí embaixo e até o próximo. Valeu!